Hello farmers, welcome back to Goldcrest Valley, 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the month of March, and I'm planting the barley in the last field that we are going to plant this season. At least I think so. I think I decided I'm going to buy one more field here this spring and not buy any more possibly until fall. I want to keep the rest of the cash for whatever purpose I may use it for. Probably buying more equipment if old McDonald is very kind to us like he was back in January. I think it was when we bought the... we bought this John Deere and we got ourselves the header for the combine. Almost a 2-for-1 that day, so looking pretty good. But looking pretty good are the fields. After we get done planting this barley field, we're going to return this seed drill, or the store's going to come actually pick it up. I'm not going to drive it all the way back. Let them come pick it up. We'll empty out the seed and the fertilizer. I hope we can do that. And then we're going to grab our Massey Ferguson, and I got to go finish fertilizing the fields that we bought last episode. The one up by the sheep, I've already finished fertilizing that. And I went down, started on the other fields, but I ran out of fertilizer. So I brought the Massey Ferguson back to the farm to fill that up with fertilizer. And we'll go take care of that. And I still got a soil sampler as well because my body of the field, it's a small field. It's going to be like 20 grand or so. Yeah, of course we have to take soil samples into that, and then we are done for the month of March. And I think April, when that rolls around, I may have a grass field to mow. I can't remember. I'm getting mixed up probably with hinterland on that one, but I think the grass field might be ready. And of course, just keep checking the store, because we are looking for a few more things, like a trailer, a mower of some sort would be kind of cool to have. The baling trailer would be nice to have. A baler would be nice to have. A lot of things that we still need, but it's not going to cost us too much money. At least I don't think. Overall, all that stuff being used, I could probably get everything for like $150,000 maybe, somewhere around there. Kind of hoping I can finish the rest of this field with the seed and fertilizer that I have. Because, yeah, last episode I could not refill this drill over here at our nice little hut. I've already tried putting fertilizer in. Well, I didn't try putting it in, but I made sure that I had the option to put fertilizer in our spreader that's on the Massey Ferguson. That shows up, so the hut seems to be working, which it was before. Somebody did mention though that since the last patch that Giants had with Farming Simulator, they've had a few issues, I guess. Something about fertilizer and lime, it gets mixed up which one was which or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, if others have run into it. That's the first I've heard of it myself, so I don't know. We'll just keep on farming and we'll do what we have to do. You're gonna make me probably do I got seed somewhere? I don't think so. I didn't seed any fields last fall when we moved here in August. The only field that we we did harvest the field down by the cow barn, and of course we harvested the wheat over here by the farm as well. But I didn't plant nothing last year, so I probably don't have any seed containers anywhere. I got 312 liters of seed left. I think that will actually get it done. Fertilizer, if it doesn't, well then I'll just use the fertilizer spreader on the back of the Massey Ferguson to get it done. So it looks like as for production buildings, if I go production buildings, and a few did make comments after last episode, probably the only thing that's, going to be worthwhile might be the BGA and the power plant. And we do have a few options to sell silage or put silage into the BGA up there. Of course, we can always get like a shredder or a TMR mixer and do it that way, which would be kind of a long process, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Or do it with a forage whack. There's a lot of ways we can do it. Just a matter of what are our chances of the right stuff coming up for sale in the store. That's pretty much what it comes down to. But I don't think we're going to be buying the BGA this year. So we got some time. Well, there was one comment saying buying all the fields could get kind of expensive, but if you really look at the map in Goldcrest Valley, there's not that many fields. And I'll show you here in just a second when we get done planting this field, which looks like I'm going to have enough seed. It's just a matter of, do I have enough fertilizer to get the field done? I think selling the grain from harvesting without bringing it to production buildings, because that's mostly what I've done here in FS22. Because I've always been like, well, you know, why sell the grain for what it is when you can buy a production building and get, you know, much more worth out of the material that you're harvesting. But I think on this series here, we'll just, you know, forego a lot of the production buildings, which there are some interesting ones on this map. Just that most of the production buildings, you're going to have to buy some material from the store. And I kind of like production buildings to where you can make your own resources to do the production building. As for the power plant, how to bring some transformer oil up there, that's probably not going to be too big of a deal if we go that far. Alright, so we did get the field finished with the fertilizer and seed that we have. Let's sneak on through here. And hopefully this unloads. It does. And I did, let me just double check. I got to show you the map anyways. Let me just double check to make sure I did plant all the fields, right? Growing. The 3 here, and of course we got this one here, and of course we got a grass field. But yeah, if you look around the map itself, I mean, we already own these 3 fields here. Actually, we own all these fields right here, and field number 11. And this is why I want to buy field number 18, because that way we can just own almost the entirety center of the map. Let's go ahead and do that now. And, okay, it's 30,000. Alright, so now you can see the fields that we own. So then you just got, you know, a few other fields. I think I said fields, right? That we're going to buy them all, possibly. Not all the land. I think this is the biggest one up here, and that cost 428, 149. So they're not that expensive. 300,000 for that one, 192. I don't know, $1.5 million worth of more land that we got to buy. So yeah, it's not out of the question that we can go ahead and do that. But one thing I need to do is send this cedar. No, before I send it back, because I want to see if, you know, maybe there was a glitch when I was trying to do it last time, but since I exited the game, loaded back up, let's see if I can fill up with seed and fertilizer from this hut. Because if I can't and this drill comes up for sale, it may push me to not want to use it. Let me just go ahead here. So this one, I can't open the cover, so I'm guessing that's why I can't fill it. Yeah, it's not letting me do absolutely anything with it. Let's go ahead and return this. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and park the John Deere over in this shed. Just barely missing our spreader there. I think someone did mention also selling this shed here and, of course, cutting down the trees or getting rid of the trees and make this one huge field through here. I kind of like that shed too much to want to sell it. But plans can change, so you never know. Let me back up here. I'm going to grab what little fertilizer that I do have left. Actually, you know what? Let me try filling this up first. Like I said, I already kind of tried it. It showed me the option that I could. Lime, fertilizer. Hopefully I left enough room to grab what's over here. I think I did. Wasn't that much here. There we go. Fold that on up. My guess, the reason why that drill won't fill up is just because it doesn't give me the option to open up the drill to add it. But I could add from a pallet, which kind of weird, but it is what it is. We're going to go up over the hill here and down this way. Still got the narrow tires on the Massey Ferguson. I'm probably going to leave them on also, just because it doesn't. This tractor looks actually pretty good with the narrow tires on it. It doesn't look too much out of place. I never really liked narrow tires on my tractors unless I have to. But this here, it looks relatively good. The sheep field is right over there, if you're kind of wondering where we are. And when we pop up over the top of this little knoll here, we now own this field here, which now needs to be soil sampled. So let's get the map out. And that way I can return this once I get done soil sampling. Small little field, but you know what? If we're going to own every field, we got to buy it at some point. I did check to see what was in it. I think it was barley or oats. Which one was it? There. That's barley. Got to make sure I don't buy a field with cotton or, you know, a root crop into it. We could also make this like the it's clover and alfalfa, right? Clover, alfalfa. We could put either or into that one, opposite of field number 11, or maybe next year. Maybe next year I will plant a regular crop in here and put the clover and alfalfa down here, because we already got one grass field here. That should be more than enough for the sheep. Let's see, I gotta detach this. Yeah, so I think that one grass field will be more than enough for the sheep. And there's our soil samples, which is good. Yes, let's go ahead and return that just to get it off the tractor. While I'm here, because I don't remember... Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah, that lovely little thing there. Well, it doesn't look like I'm actually putting fertilizer down. But if we look at the map in the bottom left-hand corner, we can see we are making a huge difference. So that is definitely going to improve the yield. And I did check. I didn't see any other fields that need to be plowed, so I don't have to worry about doing that. So these fields should be relatively good. But as for our environmental score, that's not going to really show up rather well until the end of harvest time. Although I can feel that this Massey Ferguson probably could use a weight for the front. When it's got a full... Although I thought the Kubota didn't actually have any weight in it when it was full. But it feels like the steering is a little bit off with the fertilizer in this spreader. So that's where I was when I ran out of fertilizer. So we'll turn the sea of red into a sea of green. So 430,000 is a pretty good nest egg to fall back on if something comes up for sale in the store that we're looking for. And of course, I wouldn't even say no to a corn / sunflower header. But of course, we don't have any of that crop planted, and that would require a planter at some point. But we could buy that stuff and just put it into storage. That way we have it. Because it's one of those things that, you know, okay, the planter comes up for sale. We buy that. We plant the sunflower or corn. Well, now I don't have the header. But if I buy the header, just put it in storage. That way when the planter does come up for sale, you know, we can try a whole bunch of different type of crops. I would like to do some more sunflower, because I haven't done sunflower in a while. We didn't do any on Solyndra. We're not going to be doing any on Hinterland. So I guess it goes back to East Vineland, since I've done sunflowers. And even on East Vineland, I don't think I did a whole bunch of sunflower, just because, let's see, I'm trying to think of production buildings that I was using that would require sunflowers, and the only thing that comes to mind would be to make sunflower oil. So, yeah, we really haven't dabbled into the sunflower since probably more so back to No Man's Land. We've done a whole bunch of other crop rather than the sunflowers. Looks like I'm not going to have enough fertilizer to complete what I'm doing down here. I can upgrade the capacity of this spreader. I think it's a, what was it, 3,800? Almost 4,000 liters. I think we can upgrade it to a 10,000 liter container, which I definitely would do if I was doing lime, because we all know the first time you lime a field with precision farming, if it's really terrible, you go through the lime extremely quick. Alright, back to the farm so we can get that little piece done there. Oh yeah, I do need to check on the sheep. They got plenty of food, but I remember looking at the water situation. They might be kind of low on the water. I'm trying to think where that road brings me. Oh wait, that is my road. Still getting used to the map myself. Thought I had to go past the sheep, but it's before the sheep. The tire tracks probably coming down would have been a good giveaway. That's where I came down from. Oh yeah, we also need a weeder. A see and spot sprayer would be good. And yeah, we'll just fill it on up. Yeah, I can definitely see the weight go down on the back of the tractor. So that was 62.40 for that much fertilizer. 3,900 3,900 liters. I'm just remembering back on East Vineland when I was using this, the weight didn't go down, and we were in the 710 John Deere, and someone mentioned that yeah, there was no weight when filling up these implements, but I think that must have been updated, because I saw this tractor sag down when the fertilizer went in the back. So yeah, see, I'm turning the wheels and nothing, especially going downhill. Yeah, popping a wheelie there. Yeah, so this will need a weight for future jobs. But of course, as I spread fertilizer down, we'll lose some weight. Oh, really bumpy through here. So we do have a good amount of harvesting to do this fall, but I think we got ourselves a good combine, and a 45-foot header is definitely going to work rather well for us. I can just barely not get the full width here. Almost. And we'll narrow this down as we go. May not get the little piece at the end, but if I turn the tractor just right, you'll keep spreading it, just because the sensors won't see a tiny... Okay, I guess I waited too long. Let's see if it'll sense... this little spot up here. You can, I mentioned it before with precision farming, in the upper left-hand corner, you can see you can deactivate automatic application rate. So if you do got little spots like that that kind of annoy you, you can always turn it off like that, and it will fertilize. Now the question is, will it over-fertilize? That I don't know. I don't know if it actually over-fertilized in some areas. Well, it says that it's perfect. So it must be canola takes the max. You can see in this field here, expected yield 128 out of 125. pH value is bad. I could actually come down here and spread the lime down, but I think we're going to wait until after the season. But I might change my mind. If I don't have enough work to do this summer, actually let me go out this way, probably better, then we can definitely come on down here and put the lime down. With precision farming, we can put lime down after the crop has grown. So unlike the base game, once the crop has grown, you can't put lime down. Let's go ahead and just speed up time a little bit here, because we are done for the month of March, other than checking on the sheep. But I think they're going to be okay. Let's see here, we'll just park this. Well, might as well park it right in front of our plow slash drill for grass, canola, and oilseed radish. Alright, just to double check on the store, and yeah, nothing that we need there. I don't have anything leased currently. And the last thing I want to check on before we go to bed is the animals themselves, which are the sheep. Yeah, they're getting kind of low on the water, but that should be fine for the sheep that we have. And the chickens are well off as well. But we will have to get the sheep water probably tomorrow in April, which we're going to be at in just a second. Yeah, 8 o'clock is good. I think we were going to bed at 6 p.m., so we're sleeping a good 14 hours. Well, looks like the sun's going to be out. No rain. I see green everywhere, which means our crops have germinated and are growing. All right, first things first. Old MacDonald. Well, there is actually a corn header, and it's a class to boot. Oh, we also got we got 2 corn headers. That's a 6-meter wide for $34,000. Or we can go double the working width for $51,000. The question is, can the Tryon handle that header? Well, I said I would get one if it came up for sale. I just didn't realize it would be that quick. So, the only way we're going to know is to go ahead and get it, right? It's the only way we're going to know. But 2 sunflower headers, yeah, we don't need a... Well, the wheel loader, the wheel loader could come in handy up at the BGA. But I am nowhere near to be doing any silage and anything like that. Yeah, that is so, you know, it's one of those things that it's there now, but I don't need it for like another year and a half. I think we'll hold off onto that because that is kind of expensive for something that I'm not sure 100% if we're going to be doing or not. The sheep here. How are you guys doing in water? Well, you guys didn't go through that much water either. Okay. Well, we need to go to the store to find out if that Quasar header is going to, does this Tryon have enough horsepower to run that? So, head on down to the store. Let's go ahead and put our flashers on. Now it kind of makes me want to buy a field. Well, I don't have a planter. Put sunflowers in it. Is there a field with sunflowers in it? I feel like that's a crop that AI, NPCs don't really plant. Ooh, field 21. We have a winner. Farmland. That can't be too expensive either. 46,000. Alright, I'm not going to buy it just yet, because if this header doesn't work... Well, we got the other header. So, yeah, we'll probably end up buying that field, which... Now I'm kind of sad that the soil sampler got returned. Well, maybe for the first year, we'll just let that field be as it is, and we'll take care of it later on when we buy more fields and need the soil sampler. It's taken a moment, but we have arrived. I'll try to go in the correct entryway for a change. This combine, I think it's going to be beefy enough to run the header. I think the Tryon is this one step down from the Lexion. Well, that header's starting to look bigger and bigger as I pull up to it. Okay, so it does attach. I'm about to unfold the combine and now unfold the header. We can change the color of that, by the way. The header, that is. Yeah, horsepower-wise, that is not working. Or is it doing the same thing that the Ideal does? Yeah, horsepower-wise, we are struggling a bit. Now the question is, because I don't remember, let me drop that header down there for a second. Do we have the biggest engine possible in our combine? Which I'm going to guess that we don't. I'm remembering saying that, we'll upgrade it if we need to. Where are we? Here we are. Let's go to Customize. Engine setup. It looks like a 367. And we can go up to a 435 horsepower for an extra 43,000. Ouch. But we are going up by almost 70 horsepower. Yep, he did it. He did it. Question is, though, is that going to be enough? Well, that's definitely enough. We're up to working speed, which is 6 miles an hour on flat ground. Of course, the first year, we only got that... Well, sorry, we don't have it yet. Let's go do that. We only got this one small field of sunflowers, but we can always change that for next season and in the future. Let's go ahead and buy that field right there. So, we're working our way to buying every field, aren't we? I mean, size-wise, I would say we got like 1/3 of the map. Possibly, somewhere around there. Let me fold this on up. And I could do it back at our workshop, but since we're here, let's just pull into the trigger, and we will change the color. Well, in a way, the color of the header, that red does match the off color of the cloths. So I think we'll keep it. It kind of matches the color of the, you know, the rims and the decal of cloths. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and keep it. Oh, the one thing I should do, though, because I did buy it used, is we need to repair it. Quickly, the money's down to $281 of the original $2 million that we had when we came here. But really, all I've been doing is been buying stuff, buying land. We really haven't sold anything. Have I sold anything? Last year, we harvested the oats, which we did not sell. Oh, no, I apologize. We did sell the silage and the hay. That's correct. We did sell. I heard you. I heard a couple of you out there say, no, you sold silage and hay in the winter months, which we did. All right, so yeah, we are looking rather good. We got. I did not expect by 6 months into being at Goldcrest Valley, I'd have a harvester and both type of headers that we would possibly need. That happened a lot quicker than I thought it would. All right, I need to get this back to the farm. I think the grass field is ready to be mowed. I'll have to check on that. If it is, well, then it'll be time to, I guess, lease another mower. And we'll get the grass cut. And I got to figure out what I want to do with it. We got plenty of hay and grass bales. So I'm guessing I'll probably put it into a swath and be able to make silage bales with it. I think this train loops around so quick. Seems like every time I come back to the farm or leaving the farm, I get to see the train. And I'm trying, I think 2 times back when I played FS17, I got T-boned by the train. Hopefully, in FS22, it'll be 0 times. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't buy that wheel loader, because if I did buy the wheel loader, you know, I'd be down to like $150,000, somewhere around there. That's not even enough to buy the BGA, so the wheel loader, other than I'd be able to sell silage there, but we can find a lot cheaper ways to sell silage at the BGA. And I think this is exactly where I stored my combine back in 17. Turn the beacons off. We don't need them running anymore. All right, now we can use the John Deere to mow this time around. So mowers here. What other mower? One that would put it into a swath. Ooh, that's right. The John Deere doesn't have a 3-point linkage in the front. 149. Can I never used this one that I know of. Work mode. Collector. I think that's what I want. 250 horsepower. I think the John Deere can do that. And of course we want to lease it for... Oh, that's a lot of money for a few minutes of work. What are my other options? Well, if I look at it another way, I won't have to swath it, so I won't need a windrower. So it kind of saves me on that, right? Oh, so it's not... Ooh, I thought that was going to be a full working width, but I'm guessing this mower is just like these mowers here. Maybe it's this mower here I'm thinking of. Well, I think either way I'm looking at a windrower at this point. How about we use something from the hay and forage pack? Does this go on? I don't know anything about these. The Tornado 306 Plus. Now, does that go on the back or does that go on the front? Because some mowers are directional. I'm going to guess this one goes on the back. Yeah, I have no idea which one's which. That's the 306, and this is the 306 Plus. Why is this one... Maybe this one puts it in a swath. Well, let's give it a try for... Oh, it's only... Yeah, okay. It's not that expensive. We can find out. We can definitely find out the fun way. All right, let's bring our 8230 on down to the store. We'll put the mower on. And we'll get to cutting our grass, which I'm assuming it's ready to be cut because I forgot to check. Because I'm an idiot, like always. Let's go over to here. We got to turn... Nope, got one to go one more over it. Grass. And it says it's ready for harvest. So, yeah, we're all set. I knew that. I knew what I was doing. See? Just realized I don't have any beacons on the John Deere. And also the direction lights don't work. If it has any. I'm hitting the paddles for the direction lights and nothing. Tail lights work at least. Why do I feel like this is a front mower? Alright, how about you line up just a little bit better than that before you try to hitch on up to it. Alright, what are my options with this mower other than unfolding it, lowering it, and mowing? We are going to have to take care of our fields with all the weeds growing into them. I'm kind of hoping one will come up for sale. With the Massey Ferguson narrow tires, we are okay for a while. Alright, so this one mow this way. It does, and yes, it does look like it puts it into a swath. Now I'm going to have a lot of swaths, but for the just under $700 that we leased it for, now I don't really have to get a windrower. Although it will be a job that takes some time to do, that's for darn sure. Yeah, the only thing you put in the front of the John Deere is weights. At least this model. Yeah, we definitely need some kind of a mowing system here in the future, but so far, not one of them has come up for sale. But I'm not going to complain too much about it because I'd rather the other stuff that has come up for sale did, because that's the more expensive stuff. And have to, you know, imagine trying to lease a harvester year after year after year. It looked like I was putting down the swath. Now it doesn't look like so much that it is. You know what? For how much it costs to lease a windrower, I think I might do that. So I'm not going to worry too much about swaths being perfectly lined up. Yeah, I think it'll just be easier. Spend $100, lease a windrower. And get like 3 rows into one. But that is something I gotta take into consideration, that if one of those butterfly mowers comes up for sale, that's great. But I won't have a tractor. I don't think the Massey would be able to handle a butterfly mower in the back and a mower in the front. It'd be kind of tight. I think that Massey Ferguson, we can get up to a 200 horse. So it'd be kind of maybe pushing its limits, especially here because we do have a hill. So that may be pushing it a little bit too much, but still, if one came up for sale in the store, I'm going to buy it because a mower is something we need. And I don't think we need something like the Krone Big M. Now, if I owned like the grass field that's in front of us, and the one that's on the other side of our wheat field, I think I planted there, getting that many grass fields, then yes, I probably would think the Big M would be a way to go. I think what I might need to do, because I was talking about a sunflower / corn header, and within minutes it was like, all right, here's one for sale. I should start talking about more things that we do need. I mean, I talk about them anyways, but maybe I need to talk about them more. A trailer we really don't need until August. I think August will be harvest time for us. I didn't really look at the harvest times on this map yet. But a grain trailer is something that we could use. I mean, the See and Spot weed sprayer, I can still lease that for a while because that is a one-day lease, basically. Go around, get all the fields done, and return it. But something like a trailer, I need it for harvest time, and then we're going to put, of course, all the crops into our silo. And then we're going to hang on to them until, like, December, I think, was the best time to sell cereal crops. So then I would have to leave, need a trailer then as well. That's why I didn't sell the oats last fall, because one, I didn't have that much. I didn't think I was going to make enough money from the oats that we had to pay off for the trailer. Would have been close. I mean, I think we would have made money, but I said I'm not going to make that much money from the oats, and we didn't really need the money last winter. So that will hang on to it. Now, I think I did read in the XML file for a silo, because that silo will hold 3 million liters, which I don't think we shouldn't approach that this year. But once we start getting all the fields, if I can do all the field work in every field, I think that silo can take a silo extension. But that's something we don't have to worry about that way on down the line. I'm going to make silage bales with this grass here because our sheep do not need. We still got all those bales over there of hay. I'm pretty sure they still got some bales that I plopped down there. Whatever it was, like October or whatever it was, September, October. Yep, got to take care of those weeds. That'll be the next step after we get done with this grass field. Got to go around and spray the weeds. And once we do that, I think we're pretty much all set until harvest time. Because this field will need another 3 months to grow. So May, June. Yeah, this field will be ready again in July. So I may get another cut in this grass field before it is harvest time, and I'll probably we'll get the grass field done. That way, when harvest time comes, we can just go ahead and focus on that. I'm just also thinking, did I buy juvenile sheep? Because it would take longer before they reproduce. I'm guessing I did because I wasn't quite sure how I was going to, approach this series. At least as the animals go. I still don't know if we're going to be doing cows on this series or not, but yeah, we already got the chickens, we got the sheep. I think it's just a matter of, like I've said, probably like a broken record in this series. It all depends on what comes up for sale in the store. Yeah, definitely get a windrower for all this grass. Make less swaths that we have to go up and down with a baler. So this mower definitely does put it into a swath. So that's something that, in case you didn't know, now you do. That's what the Super was for. But of course, if you're doing big fields, for this field here, it's an alright size. But if you start to get bigger than this, I think getting a butterfly mower and a front mower would be the way to go. But I really don't have the option to do so. But this is more than fine for me. I mean, it's only taking me probably like 10-15 minutes to get this field mowed. I'm not going to complain once I do get a mower system like a butterfly mower and mower in the front that I can put into a swath. One, I'll get the mowing job done quicker. I won't have to windrow it, and then we just have to, we can get like Frank or Francine to follow behind us with a baler, and we'll get the whatever we're making into a bale. Of course, if we're making hay, then you're going to want to widespread it, because then you got to ted it, windrow it. Or, I thought, there are grass dryers out there, which I did use a grass dryer on No Man's Land. So basically what you would do there is, sounds just what it is. You take your grass there, you throw it into the building, and it dries the grass into hay. What it costs, I'm definitely going to go ahead and lease a windrower and just make a lot less swaths for me to have to pick up. As for a baler, I'm not too sure yet. I mean, the round balers are cheaper to lease. So I'll probably stick with that route. It's almost like I'm getting to the point of, I gotta start watching the cash flow just a little bit. Because without doing production, we're not gonna have a big amount of cash flow coming in. Oh yeah, the only thing I might get involved in other than the BGA power plant would be the spinnery. Because we do have sheep. And I forgot to go check to see if that spinnery does, kind of like the one on Hinterland does, where it's clothing and fabric and clothing, I mean. Even though this mower puts it into a swath, we look across the field, it doesn't look like it actually did, but it's doing it. And our grass field is mowed. Yep, definitely gonna need a windrower for this. How's our score looking? Probably not the greatest. It's up to 59, so it's a 3% bonus. This grass field here is going to be pretty darn good, other than the middle one's going to be for weeds, right? Yeah, weeds. We haven't done any weed control yet. And same thing for all these other fields. Once we get those harvested, and of course we spray for weeds in all these fields, these scores will go on up. I think just by doing weed spraying, we might get into the low 70s on the score, which will help us out quite a bit here. But by the end of the year, most of these fields here are going to be up in the 90s by the time harvest time comes or is over. And of course, by then we'll be getting like a 13% bonus. But we're doing pretty good, I think, for our first 6 months here in Goldcrest Valley. Is it 6 months? 9 months? Yeah, probably closer to 9 months is what we're in here. But yeah, we only got 280,000 left. It sounds like a lot, but then again, as we know in farming equipment, it isn't. But then again, we're buying used stuff, so it's hard to judge. But we'll have to see. So yeah, next time we'll be making some silage bales. We'll have to take care of the sheep, give them some water, so I'll have to lease a tanker. And I may wait another month to see if a sprayer comes up for sale in the store and then spray for weeds. But yeah, we'll take that when it comes next episode. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Goldcrest Valley. But until then, have a good one.